What's up, Godzilla fans? Goodyear54 here, and today's video is actually going to be on my review of The Walking Dead Episode 8 mid-season finale. So yeah, guys, a lot of stuff happened this episode, but in case you haven't seen the episode, go ahead and click off because there is a spoiler warning here. So yeah, guys, let's just go ahead and get into it. So first up, the walls have fallen. Yeah, well, the tower has actually fallen, causing the walls to fall, the tower that the wolves originally attacked when they invaded, and yeah. That means all the walkers surrounding them have gotten through, and all of the Alexandrians better get inside or else they are dead meat. So we have the whole group actually splitting up into smaller groups. So yeah, let's just go over who we have. So we have in the biggest group, we have Rick, Jesse, Carl, Ron, Father Gabriel, Michonne, Sam, Judith, and Deanna. And then in one group, we have Tara, Eugene, and Rosita. In another, we have Carol, Morgan. And we eventually have Wolf and Denise. And then we have Maggie on her own little separate thing. So, yeah. And this is a really good episode, though, because, like I said, all the group is split up. We also have appearances from Glenn and Enid. So, yeah, he sees Maggie, so he knows she's alive, which is actually really good. But, yeah, so the big stuff that happened in this episode, though, is that, like I said, spoiler warning, guys, Deanna gets bitten. Yeah. Deanna gets bitten and stuff like that, and Carol and Morgan, they're together for a little bit, they're in the room, and Carol kind of hits Morgan, she runs into where Wolf and Denise are, and yeah, Terry and Eugene eventually meet up with them, and like I said, Maggie kind of is off doing her own thing, but with Deanna, like I said, she gets bitten and stuff like that, and the whole episode is kind of centered around her and Michonne, actually, because she really propels Michonne to her character arc even more, I would say, because Michonne basically, like, Deanna's revelation as she's laying down on her deathbed is basically that I got to do everything that I wanted to do up until the end, which is a really good character revelation for her, I would say, and she forces upon Michonne to do the same, to find out what she wants to do and make sure she does it to the end. So yeah, but also though, like I said, Carol and Morgan, basically Carol wants to kill the wolf, and it's really interesting to see Carol, because I was watching The Talking Dead, and actually what they said is that Morgan stands in front of the wolf, basically saying, you're not going to kill him, and she says, I don't want to kill you, but I will if I have to get to him, and you see her almost kind of like getting very emotional, because like they said on The Talking Dead, she knows she is fully capable, and she will, and she really is begging him not to. So I find that really interesting. But as they're having that little standoff, they actually get into a fight, and it was kind of funny because before the fight happened, they're having a poll question, Carol or Morgan, and it kind of went how I predicted how it would go, just because Morgan, even though Carol I would say is more deadly if she wants to, because Morgan, as we know, is very zen right now. He basically used his body strength against her and just basically slammed her to the ground. Then the wolf got up and knocked out Morgan, and Denise, who is the nurse, in case you guys forgot though, basically he holds her at gunpoint or knife point, I forget whichever. Terry, Eugene, and Rosita though also meet up, and basically they try to rescue her, but the wolf and Denise basically just back up, seemingly into the giant pit of walkers outside. Well, it's actually not a pit. But yeah, also a lot of other stuff happened though between Ron and Carl. Now, I did predict in the mid-season finale Carl would lose an eye, because there was a rumor about it. I said if it was going to happen, it's probably going to happen mid-season finale. And we almost did get it. I mean, Carl and Ron basically was like, we're all dead, and so are you, because you locked him in the garage. And he tried to shoot him. He tried to kill him. But Carl just basically whooped his butt. Well, actually, not really for a while. He was on the ropes and stuff like that. The walkers were about to get him, but he finally did overpower him. Yeah, and basically with that whole group, though, the walkers are just invading. So what they decide to do is they decide to pull a Season 1 trick. They decide to take a walker. They decide to just cut it open, smear the guts all over it. That's sometimes the best option you have, and just walk through the whole thing. And now, finally, I do want to say how it closed off. Basically, it ends with everybody except Deanna, because she does die, actually. Or, we don't really see her die. We know she's dead, though. But basically, that whole time, as she's, like, basically becoming slowly, turning slowly, it was really a good point for her also. I do like how, because if you guys notice, she never actually killed a walker, really. I mean, she's never actually, like, shot one in the head. but she has this one point to where she like is pointing a gun at her head, but then she decides to get up. She hears the walkers coming. She basically goes out and shoots them, and when she runs out, she just gives a big old scream, which was just awesome. I really love that. It put chills down my back, which is actually really cool. But yeah, as I said, everybody except Deanna, rest in peace, Deanna. Everybody else basically is walking in the middle of the walkers and covered in blood and guts and stuff like that. And then Sam, he's been scared this whole time and basically says, "Mom." Now, how I think, or what's gonna happen is that in the comics, if you guys know, Ron, I think it is Ron and Sam, they're kind of like switched. Ron is the younger one, Sam is the older one, I think, in the comics. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I'm pretty sure it's correct, though. But basically, what happens in the comics, though, is that Ron gets really scared, he pees his pants, and this is what's going to happen. Sam gets really scared, he pees his pants, and the walkers smell that, and he basically gets killed. So, yeah. But, yeah, guys, how did I think for a mid-season finale? It was a pretty good mid-season finale. I think it would work better as a standalone episode than a mid-season finale, though. Not a lot of, like, big stuff happened. I mean, of course, big stuff happened, but it didn't feel like it, you know? It didn't feel like a real finale because everything kind of worked itself out, you know? Because all the other characters, like Denise, I don't really care about, you know? Maggie's gonna be fine. The whole group is gonna be fine, except for maybe Sam, you know? So, not a lot of stakes were really risen. A lot of stuff happened. But, yeah. Unfortunately, though, we have to wait till, like, February 14th, I think. Like, 2 months away. God, that's gonna be hard. But yeah, guys, that's basically it though. So thank you guys so much for watching though. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think though. Do you guys like the episode? Did you guys think it was a good and fitting mid-season finale? Like I said, I mean, I think it was really good. I think it would work better as more of a standalone episode though. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video though, you guys can check out my other reviews as along with my prediction, even though it's kind of useless now, of how Glenn is still alive. I want to say thank you guys so much though for like 130K almost. I mean, that's just amazing. It's become like my highest top grossing video ever. So thank you guys so much for that though. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching again, and Godzilla 54, as always, out.